that's like you must understand, Sticker. That it's
No,
not a choice. It's who they are.
Nova, ignore
I don't
Slicker,
believe it.
guys.
I don't believe it.
Ignore Slicker, guys. He's acting dumb for content. That's pretty much it.
No, Ali.
Bro,
No.
Okay, can I say this, Raj? Can I say this, Raj?
Ali.
Can I say this, Raj? Bro, you was my boy. You was my boy. Now you're turning against me?
No, because you're dumb.
Is that?
You're dumb because you make us look bad.
It's, you're the one that's trying. You're the one that's being a fake here. Bro, you're the one that's being fake here. You brought more content. You brought more content when your mic was muted, man. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro, man. You're turning against me.
Circus ass, Slicker. Get some
Slicker, hold on,
I'd
Slicker.
love a new question.
I still respect you, bro.
Okay, hold on, just a minute. Just a minute. Hold on.
I know you realize. I still respect you, bro.
Hold on. All right, one at a time, please. What did I say?
I still respect you, go. You're still my boy in real life, but on here for some reason you're trying too hard to win.
Go ahead, Ali. Go
You're
ahead.
trying too hard.
Let me just say this, please. Please let me talk.
Go ahead.
Right, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. It's not TOS. Hassan, can I ask you what your religion is? And I'm not going to get into TOS or anything, Raj. Just you can trust me. Hassan, wait, are you religious or something?
Like I don't practice Islam, or I'm not a practicing Muslim, but I am culturally Muslim. So I'm in a Muslim household.
Just checking because Slicker's parents are Muslim, right, Slicker? And that's
right. Yes.
My dad's Muslim, but you know, I'm just saying. Like, I know that I don't want to touch TOS, but they've got different beliefs in that, don't they? Maybe there's a link. I don't know. But you need to get through your skull. That you've got to get through your skull, Slicker. That people are born gay, people are born straight. It's just the way the fucking world works. I've just educated you. Done.
No such thing. I don't believe in it.
What do you mean no such thing?
I don't believe in it.
You're such an idiot.
I don't believe in that. None of you people told me what are the no one will answer this, guys. What are the benefits?
Somebody give me a benefit, Slicker. You're loading up your question with your presupposition that like there is a.
No one will answer it. See, you're just turning away from what I asked.
Hold on.
You're turning away from what I asked.
To be beautiful.
Okay, Slicker, so you wanna know what are the benefits of being homosexual, right?
Yes.
Good fucking sex.
Yeah.
What are the benefits?
How is it good sex? Tell me.
Oh my God.
How is it good sex?
When you can do it with a girl, tell me. How is it amazing sex?
Let me tell you, Slicker. Hold on, let me tell him.
How?
Let me
How
tell
can it
him.
be so good
Slicker,
now?
the male
So
G-spot
good.
is in your asshole. It's called the prostate, and you have one. And let me tell you, you might call yourself straight and. You might call yourself all straight. Excuse me, Zhekra. Who's talking? I am. That's right. Shut up. Shut up, Zhekra.
Rajj, is that true about the G-spot? That's why sometimes it feels good when you take a shit?
Yes, it's the prostate. Yes.
Interesting.
So
I'm a
as
scientist.
I was saying, Slicker, no matter how straight you think you are, as soon as somebody sticks a finger in your butt, you're gonna come faster than you've ever come before.
I wash my ass every day. I wash my ass every day. It is nice, but I can't imagine a stick up my ass. I can't.
You can't imagine one.
I can't. It will be painful. That shit. Let me tell you beneficial reasons, Raj. Let me tell you. And is anyone going to interrupt? Is anyone going to interrupt?
One second.
Look at these people, man.
Let's Slicker speak,
Use your Yeti. Use your Yeti, mate. Use your Yeti, please.
One at a time.
Okay, I was saying something, right? When you have sex, right? You're having fun in using that. You know what I mean? The pussy, right? When you use
should try it sometimes, Slicker.
When you stick your dick in an ass, how is that fun? That's where you take your shit.
Do you not think that men stick their dicks in women's assholes too?
I know, listen, I'll never stick my dick in any ass. Let me just say that.
Wait till you get older, you'll get there.
Regardless.
Homie, that's painful shit. You know what I mean? I'd sometimes constipate and that shit hurts. I constipate and that shit hurts.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
Do we give a shit about Slicker's arsehole? Yes or no?
No.
Right. I can't believe about your arsehole.
Well, I was talking to the pansexual.
Your ego's so big now because of this Rajj show. You legit think talk about your arsehole was good content. Shut your fucking mouth. We'll find something better to talk about.
Wait, why did you say you're talking to the pansexual?
I don't know what's up with you, mate. I really don't know what's up with you. I don't know, man. I really don't know. You've turned against me now. You've turned.
Ask me.
A lot of people in 2019.
You're still my boy. You're still my boy. I'm not. Listen, I'll say it straight.
Guys, be
You're
quiet.
still my
I'm
boy.
talking to the straight person here. Like, who says that?
Go ahead,
Straights
Nova.
only in this
Look, I think Slicker just wants to get gaped, dude. He's just trying to figure out if it feels good or not. Let's just tell him.
The fuck is gay?
Milked one time,
Oh
Slicker.
boy. Yikes.
Get gaped a little bit and see how it feels, brother.
I will never do that, bro. I can't. I just can't.
Sexuality is fluid.
All
right?
our organs is designed for specific reasons. Our organs are designed for specific reasons. Not to get
All right, stop. Destiny is speaking.
Sticking your
Destiny
dick in.
is speaking. Slicker, I'm
Wait,
gonna
do you not
fucking
get
kick you out
blowjobs?
my show if you don't shut your goddamn mouth.
All right. Okay.
Rajj,
Destiny
Do you
is
not want
speaking.
blowjobs, Slicker?
Destiny is speaking.
Yeah, wait. So do you think you should never have a blowjob then, or a hand job, because your hand and your mouth aren't designed for that? Like,
You better not fuck anyone's feet.
Yeah, my
No,
mouth
but-
is better
Not
not.
kidding fuck anyone either. I mean, it's just so funny that we're having this
Didn't
conversation with
fucking-
Slicker because we know that he's never had
There's
sex
al-
anyway.
hey,
but,
Raj, there's
you know.
also a spot behind the knee.
How's that got to do with
You were.
homosexuality?
You were.
Hassan?
What?
because you literally just said the asshole's not designed for sex, but we use all sorts of body parts that aren't designed for sex for
Yes,
sexual
I'm just-
purposes.
Listen,
can I-
Slicker, have you
sexual
ever fucked an elbow,
intercourse.
bitch?
What do you mean
sexual
sexual
intercourse.
intercourse? Do I need to draw a fucking
Talking
picture
about
with
blowjob.
fucking crayons for you to understand how stupid your fucking argument is?
Yeah, we've got 10 body parts. I've just googled it that we don't use. Fact, organs. We've got 10 organs in our body that we don't actually use. So work that one out, Slicker. You
Yeah,
said
for
everything-
Slicker, it's his dick.
Right.
All right, Destiny.
Listen, you're all.
Destiny,
Okay, I would.
You're
Who
all
said
fake
that?
and all leeches, Slicker. 2019.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Yeah, get me.
Did I say
Six,
that?
one,
No,
six,
bitch.
I know you're
one.
straight, Slicker.
No, bitch.
So,
Who said
Slicker,
that?
Slicker, how do you still like openly stand and speak against gay people in 2019? I thought the topic was trans.
I don't.
You're literally on a homophobic rant.
What?
Yes, you are. Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not.
You're saying you're copying.
100% being anti.
No, listen. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Listen, I used to when I was young, when I was in high school, I used to hate homosexuals. Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to shut up? Are you going to shut up?
No,
No,
you
are you going to
just
shut up? Thank you. But when I grew up, when I went to fucking college, okay, yeah, when I went to college and then whatever after that, I didn't care because I even had gay mates. You know what I mean?
I got a gay
friends.
friend, guys. He
Yeah,
can't be
I told
homophobic.
them
It's fine.
straight. Do
It's
not
fine.
come. Do not approach. Do not approach next to me. We can be cool, but do not. I don't have a problem with this
Slicker,
guy.
With all due respect,
I was
man,
just.
look, Slicker, with all due respect, man, he doesn't want to get close to you. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a
I'm not asking him to get. I was asking him a question at the start, and all these little fakes were started dissing me, man. All these little.
When you say him, by the way.
I
not a
said
meme or
what are the
whatever, but-
benefits?
Wait, can I speak for a second?
Who are
Yeah,
you
go ahead,
talking
Nova,
about?
please.
When I was in school, I came out as pansexual, and I literally could not go in
You
the dressing
dropped
room
out.
because even just being pansexual, the women were saying that I was gonna watch them naked and hit on them, and I'm like, trust me, I would not be into you.
You know what, Nova? The last
Okay,
person I'd
Nova,
listen
just
to is
shut the
you,
fuck up.
due to
Okay.
your actions.
Okay,
Guys-
nobody asked
No,
that.
but we can
That's
call
Yeah,
it
what
because
you
you're
think.
busy
Due
invalidating
to your
her.
actions, I will not listen to you.
Slicker won't listen to you. That's oh my
Due
god.
to your actions, I will
What a-
not listen
What an
to you.
L in the marketplace of ideas. Slicker, you
Wait,
don't
due
listen
to
to
my
anyone. You
actions?
want to
What
hear
are
your
my
own
actions?
Can I
voice.
say something?
I mean,
Girls,
Wait,
girls
what are my
love.
actions?
It's gonna say the girls love dick.
Really? Do I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna watch myself and what I say, because today I'm a changed person,
You
but
were
I'm
gonna
not
say because I was a cam girl,
homophobic.
weren't you?
I
You
am
were gonna
not
bring up
a
the fact that I was
homo.
cam girl
I am
and
not a
invalidate me.
homophobic.
Slicker, we sat for 30 minutes. You stand at you.
You were about to invalidate me because I was a sex worker. That's fucked up.
Well, I would say it privately if you want. I'm not asked. You know what I mean? And I said it privately. You get me? Stop talking shit. We all know why you use John Zhekra. We know that.
Oh,
but I'm not gonna
that's
say it.
nice
Oh,
coming
I will
from
not say
you.
it.
I can make that
Straight
bitch
Like
famous.
the person that's
I made that
fucking up
bitch
him constantly.
up. You made a
Constantly
famous.
projecting, okay?
No, but your
Slicker's
first
constantly
6
projecting.
seconds,
He calls
you're gonna have
people
my
fakes.
name.
He
You
himself is
got
a
that?
fake. He
Then
calls
I'm gonna
people
disown
leeches.
all
He's
of
the
them.
fucking
It's
ultimate.
recycled
We already
content at
know
this
this.
point.
Yeah.
No, no, okay, listen to me now.
Nova, you
Yes,
put
yes,
am I?
yes.
your box, you put a mask on.
Candyland, yes.
Please,
Yes,
stop
okay,
calling me
so
babe
Slicker-
today.
Yeah, Slicker. I don't think
Babe.
Slicker is a homo.
Get
I don't
laid.
think Slicker.
Go ahead,
Not
Candy.
babe.
Shut up, John fucking
This is for you,
Serga.
John.
Be quiet, okay?
Oh,
Slicker
here
is
comes
not-
here comes Einstein.
No,
John, let her speak, please. What did I fucking tell you?
Okay. Slicker, I don't
Candy,
think
are you
Slicker
almost
is-
done the
John,
theory of
what did I
relativity?
fucking tell your stupid head? Shut up.
Sorry.
I don't think that Slicker is a homophobic. Like, come on, he's not. But we need to think like this too. If it's in his religion, maybe.
What do you mean religion? Why? Why is he
No, no, no,
religion?
no. Can I say?
Yeah,
Maybe
Slicker.
not your religion, but if it's in people's religion, I don't think you should.
Don't look at it as religion. Do not look at it as religion.
Maybe not you then, Slicker. I was just trying to defend you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with religion, and Slicker has been 100% homophobic. Like, you can't say he's not been. He's literally arguing that gay
for example, if
if Slicker's homophobic, you're a fascist.
No,
maybe Slicker actually thinks people can choose to be homophobic because he got turned down by so many chicks in college. He considered it for a while.
You know, in Dubai, you can't go to Dubai if you're a trans person because they have rules. And
why are you trying? Listen, I'm trying to ask. Okay, sorry, Candy.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. So I think that we need to
blah blah. Look at me, I'm Candy. Blah blah.
Zhekra,
Well, in South Africa, a black woman and a white man couldn't have a kid.
Vader, you just blatantly interrupted Candyland. What did I say?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Candy, please.
Yeah. What I said was, so in Dubai, for example, you can't go to Dubai if you're transgender, and like we can be like, of course, it's terrible that the rules are like that, but we need to respect that that's their religion and that's how far they've gone.
No, you shouldn't. No, that's
I'm a Muslim man telling you to.
Can I say it now? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
You shouldn't respect that. In fact, that's
apartheid was legal. Like in South Africa, it was illegal for it to be illegal that black men and white women could be together. That was part of the country. And it was accepted in the country, but that does not mean that it is appropriate. What they do in Dubai is not appropriate.
What round?
Even though
Candy,
Samoria or Belmont?
Candy, hold on.
Very different, and it is not morally correct.
Excuse me, Candyland. So you're saying that just because it's a country, we should take it as morally correct? Didn't the Nazis exterminate 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
It was
legal.
legal.
Trans people and all of the recorded
I'm not saying
HRT and SRS was burnt by the Nazis in the most famous Nazi book burning. Literally, we've been being erased by fascists since the beginning of time. You are 100% inaccurate. You can't just respect what's there. You have to challenge what's wrong.
Okay. Yeah. I'm absolutely not saying they're right, but I just have to, what I mean is you can't go to Dubai and expect them to like they haven't come that far yet. To expect them to.
Wait, why are you? You can't expect them to be like stupider. That's a terrible argument. You're just like, oh, they just haven't advanced far enough. That's bullshit. There are trans people in Dubai who are being oppressed every single day.
Okay, guys, we are going to vote.
I have a question back to the real topic that we started with.
Literally. Not to
we'll go back to it.
Sam Harris argument, but that's the soft bigotry of low expectations right there.
Guys, we have to take a vote, okay? All right.
Okay.
We are voting right now. You are voting for who you want to keep.
This straw poll's gonna be broken so quick. Oh no.
Yeah, I know. But don't worry, we'll figure it out.
I'm pretty sure chat's gonna vote me so that they can keep flaming me. They love me.
I still can't believe you call me a homophobic, man. That's fucked.
You're being homophobic.
How am I being? Tell me one thing I said. Tell me one thing I said. Shut your phone
I have a question for whoever wants to answer this. I have a question for whoever wants to answer this. Me not wanting to have sex with a trans person.
Canute. Let's just hold your question till the end of the round once we get eliminated.
I fucking waited all round because everyone has been screaming.
You gotta turn it down.
Just wait just 1 second, Canute.
Fuck you, Rajj, and fuck all the people screaming over me. I hate all of you.
All right, here we go. The poll is up. And the winner of the round is Slicker. Oh, and the straw poll's broken.
Look at that smile on his face. He's so happy with that.
No, I'm laughing because you put your middle finger up. I'm laughing because you put your middle finger up. What the fuck?
Okay, mate.
The straw poll's broken. No, it's fixed. I'm just gonna use the fixed version, okay? So the bottom two people on the poll, Slicker, are between Nova and Candyland. Nova and Candyland. All right? Nova and Candyland. Slicker, who are you going to choose between?
He's trying to think what Zhekra would do. He's trying to think for Zhekra. I fucking know what you're doing, mate.
Pass it on to someone else.
No, you can't, Slicker. Sorry.
No,
you can't, bro.
Fuck! Because, listen, I want to... Nova.
I love that every time we have a straw poll the first round, it's always eliminating one woman off the fucking show. It's always in between two girls. Holy shit, the Twitch chat is so obvious, dude.
All right, okay. Nova, unfortunately, you've been eliminated first from the Rajj
Sorry.
Royale podcast. Would you like to give a shout out before you go? What?
Sorry, Nova. He's so far. He's up
That's
Zerka's ass so hard. I'm really sorry about that.
Say again, Nova.
Listen.
Oh, Nova Roo on Twitch. That's all.
Thank you, Nova. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, back to my question.
Yeah, I've got
So everyone
to
shut
take a
up.
pee.
Grossgore, fuck you, shut up.
All right, Canute, go ahead and ask your question. I got to pee.
My question was to whoever want to answer it. Me not wanting to have sex with a transgender person, am I transphobic because of that?
That was the question
well
we
said.
had. That's what we discussed the
No,
entire time.
that wasn't what we discussed, because that was, he said if you don't want to have sex with a transgender person, that you actually are transphobic.
She said, but
It's
yeah.
God telling you that you're wrong.
Your process for getting there, like, what is it? Because yes, saying that you wouldn't have sex with a
But I
trans
like
person
women.
is transphobic.
Like
So you don't see me
straight
as a woman.
women.
So
No,
you
I don't see you as a woman. Of course
Then you're
not.
transphobic. That's literally
yeah, there it
transphobic.
is.
Like you're telling a trans woman she's not a woman right now. Like I don't know how I have to break.
You were
it
not
down.
born as a woman, no. You're not. You're not seeing
You
the
have
point.
manly, your face looks like a man. You have manly, like.
You can
Okay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Izzy, do you have a penis? Yes or no?
You can be not attracted to my physical features for all you want for years and years.
I'm not, listen.
Being just because you don't see me as a woman, that's literally transphobia. That's the
Do you,
definition of transphobia.
do you have a
you can
penis?
say,
Yes or
like,
no?
No, that's not the question. So, Izzy Bear, is what you're saying?
That's not the question. I asked the fucking question.
You
What
can
do
say
you
I'm
mean?
not sexually attracted to like you personally, Izzy Bear, and that is not transphobia.
Yeah, no.
That is absolutely not transphobia. But saying that even if I met somebody, if you guys met me and I was a trans woman, if I had been born different than I am, and men would be like, I wouldn't even fuck you still. That would be transphobia. Like that would be fucking crazy. That'd be too fucking much. But if you're judging somebody on their physical appearance and you don't want to have sex with somebody because of their physical appearance, that's totally fine. That's absolutely fine.
What?
But if you see somebody and you find them sexually attractive, you see somebody in the bar, you see somebody on their physical appearance and you don't want to have sex with somebody because of their physical appearance, her tits are bouncing and her makeup is on point, and you're like, I'm taking her home and I want to fuck her. You get her into bed and she says, yes, I will fuck you. And then you find out before you even fuck that she says, so you know, I have this vagina. It was made for me. I designed it myself. I'm a Martha Stewart of pussies. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that. And you say, I don't want to fuck you anymore, even though you are physically a woman, even though you are currently a woman in my bed and I found you sexually attractive, physically, emotionally, spiritually. If you say, I will not fuck you because I found out that you are trans, that makes you transphobic.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is transphobic. That is 100%.
What? So I'm a transphobic.
So like,
What?
yeah, so here's like another way to think about this, right? What I just said.
So
was
you're
100
transphobic, Hassan, right?
Slicker, wait. Go ahead.
Okay,
No, I
so
said-
So no, Hassan, you're a transphobic. Oh,
Slicker,
also,
let
you would actually
Destiny
fuck
speak.
one. You would
Slicker.
actually fuck one.
Slicker.
If you was in
I
bed.
heard
you
before,
would
Slicker.
have
Let
This is
Destiny
a
speak.
game we played
Shush,
4 hours
guys.
on stream before where I showed models that were trans women that were hotter than any woman that you have
Beautiful.
ever even been around, Slicker.
Yes.
And that had all beautiful vaginas, at least to my knowledge. And yeah,
And
of
vulvas.
course, I would not rule out having sex with a trans woman just because they were trans if they fit my already incredibly narrow and incredibly fucking shallow physical threshold of what I'm attracted to.
So do you know that makes you a bisexual then?
No.
No,
Yes,
you
it does.
fucking idiot.
Oh,
my
my
God.
That's where
Oh,
you're.
look, I don't think we
Dude,
need
this
to
guy,
label
fuck this guy.
everything.
Please,
Can I
fuck
ask,
this guy.
Do we need
Yo,
to
one
label
second,
them?
Strider. Wait.
Yeah,
I
before
want to
anything,
let
Destiny
Destiny
Also,
speak.
can I
'cause he
just
was about to say
clarify a point
something.
here really quickly?
Hassan,
Can I
before
clarify
you
one point?
wait, Destiny was
Wait.
going to say something.
Okay. So what I said was pretty much was like 100% on point, right? The easiest analog to this is asking somebody if they would ever date a black person. If you were to say something along the lines of, I don't typically find black features attractive, so maybe not, that type of a statement is probably okay because you're allowed to have attractions to certain features. If you like penises, if you like vaginas, it's okay to be attracted or not attracted to certain things. If you have a more visceral response and you say something along the lines of, I would never date a black person, when you haven't even met all black people, and there are probably black people that you would date, then that is probably underlying of a more negative idea that you have, right? That you don't like black people by virtue of them being black, right? And then same thing with transgender people. For somebody to say I would never date a transgender woman, that's probably not true. I'm sure you could find even pre-op, but especially post-op, you could probably find a transgender person.
Yes, I will not lie, Destiny. Okay, I've seen on the internet, I've fell into that trap. I've seen a lot of transsexuals.
There we go.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about just how somebody.
Let me say something.
My bad. I don't want to interrupt you interrupting me. Go ahead.
Oh, hypocrite.
Bro, all the stream's been about you and homophobia. That's all the stream is. Just letting you know, mate.
Well, I was asking her a question, but it seemed like everyone wanted to butt him. Right?
Every time we try buying you tell us shut up. You talk. You should rename this fucking show to the Slicker fucking show.
No, because I want to butt in what he's trying to. Because I was saying something, and then I didn't finish off what I was saying, so he spoke. So what are you talking about? I wanted to finish off what I wanted to say. So Destiny finished it off. I don't want people to think I actually dated.
Research it instead of fucking asking dumbass questions.
Slicker, go ahead and Destiny, finish your thought before Slicker.
No, I'm like, let's Slicker.
Slicker, what did you want to say?
Okay. So
there was a point I wanted to make as far as like what Izzy was stating, and as far as everyone else has been stating about transphobia. No one here is like forcing you to go out and have sex with a trans person. Okay, like no one is.
No one is. Agree. You are fucking a guy that was born as a male.
Slicker, let him finish his thought.
Respect.
Let him finish his thoughts, Slicker.
What respect? I don't hate him.
Slicker, Ali, let Hassan finish his thought.
Yeah, that was just the point that I wanted to make, is that a lot of people get so confused about this, and they are fearful that they're being called out for being bigoted or whatever. When it's understandable why so many people have these terrible opinions about trans people and transphobia in general, because there's not a lot of representation, there's not a lot of rights, there isn't really a conversation up until recently about trans rights or what it means to be trans or what it means to be intersex or any sort of there's anything in that vicinity. So it's understandable that some people have these opinions, but what's really shitty and what's really ignorant is when you're actually having these sorts of conversations and people like Destiny and V and Izzy are bringing up great points and backing them up with empirical data, and you turn around and you're still like, no, you're fucking a man because I feel that way. Like, that's the fucking dumb shit. That's when you're being
bro, nice accent, by the way. Nice impersonation, just saying. Nice.
Yeah. I thought so
let me try and say this right. I've seen transsexuals or whatever. Man, you can get chucked easily because you think that's an actual female, right?
No.
Raj, can I say that?
Slicker, quiet. Go ahead, Izzy.
Going into trap culture. What? No, dude. Okay, so what you're literally doing right now is justifying the fucking stigma that gets people like me killed on a fucking daily basis.
Exactly.
No. Shh. Do you know that trans women walking down the street have been clocked as trans and suddenly get fucking the shit kicked out of them and sometimes killed? And then people will go to court and use the defense. I suddenly realized that was a man and I felt threatened, so I beat them. And people have gotten off or gotten the most minimal, less than 10-year sentences for manslaughter instead of fucking murdering someone with their bare hands.
I see what you're trying to do.
You're defending right now.
I see what you're trying to do.
Good stuff.
What, bringing up actual reasons why transphobia is really damaging? Yes, that's what she's trying to do.
Slicker, he's not trying to do she's not trying to do anything. You're basically burying yourself. You know that, right?
How?
Good. You look like a mug, pretty much. You keep banging on about it.
Grossgore, I love you, bro. But listen,
it's fine.
Stop saying
that. Yeah, it's good. You know what, guys? We're gonna have.
Actually, what? You don't like me anymore, bro?
Okay, can I ask a question then? Off topic. Right, Candy, I fucking love you. You're brilliant. I don't want to upset you.
I've told how I feel.
He's talking.
Let me ask you a question. Why did you vote off that girl? Like, we see Candy every week. Now I love you, Candy, but if it was someone else, why did you vote that girl? Is it because you're up Zhekra's ass so fucking hard that you got to keep his eggs?
What do you mean? No, there's more of a competition than Candy.
Gross.
Reason why? Why up his ass? Why did you have a girl? She was a porn star or whatever. She done her thing, and she's actually got a HD camera.
Listen. I just said it. Nova's more of a competition than Candy. Nova's more of a competition than Candy.
Gross.
Have you heard me?
Gross, I sent
Okay,
you the fucking
so now
camera.
stop me. Now stop me. Now stop me.
Guys, now we're completely going off topic. Guys, we're going off topic.
Can I send you something to show?
Rajj, how
Like,
was the
can I
content
just
without
send
me?
you like a trans model, the one that I use frequently, the one that I used in the
I've been reading about
example
you,
when
Hassan.
you and I were
I've got
talking
a
on my
book
stream
you,
about this.
Hassan.
Hey, John, 1 second, please. We're having a
I've been
good
reading
debate.
about
We're
Hassan.
having a good
Wait,
debate,
you-
John. Don't ruin it, please.
Raj, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, what'd you say? You said you wanted to send me something? Yes.
I wanted to send you a link of the trans model Valentina Sampaio, the one that we looked at on the stream together that kind of changed your perspective a little bit as well.
Well, dude, like I said, you're talking to the wrong person because I like, you know.
No, I know, but
yeah.
I think it would be helpful for the 25,000 people who are also watching the show who are
Yes,
really
please send me the
subscribing
photo.
to, like to Slicker's like really damaging perspective here. I messaged it to you.
Yes.
No, I'm like really sad because I am absolutely not like transphobic, but I don't. I have a preference with genitalia.
Izzy Bear, let me tell you something, right?
Hold on,
You know,
yeah, so can we
you are
just-
not a bad person.
She
Izzy
don't want to
Bear,
hear from you, mate. She don't want to hear from you.
Slicker, 1 second, please. Let
Am I
Candy
Does
gonna
anybody
finish.
go
disagree
on
with
a
what
Rajj,
Candyland
Rajj,
said?
okay,
I don't think
Rajj.
that's a bad thing.
Yo, Rajj.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot to do a shout out last time. Well, I didn't forget, but the show went by fast. This has nothing to do with anything, but can I do a quick shout out?
Zhekra, man, come on. We're having productive conversations. Exactly
Rajj,
what I
this
was
is my
telling you
best
about.
friend, man. Come on.
Who you shouting out?
Okay, I want to shout out Chris Tin. Murdered in
Holy
cold
shit.
murdered.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up. He was murdered in cold blood, but man, I was supposed to do that last time, but the show got cut early. Go ahead. with
How
your
close
boring
was
ass
he to you? How you know
content.
he was murdered? He
Go
didn't
back to
fucking
your
kill
fucking
himself, having to
boring
listen to
ass
you every
content,
day.
you
Holy
stupid
fucking shit.
fuck liberal.
All right.
Here we go, boys.
Okay, so here is a photo.
Presley, you've had
hold
no
on.
jokes so far. Your fans fucking hate you.
You're enough of a joke for this whole podcast right now. I don't have to say shit.
Good one, Mitch.
All right, so hold on 1 second. We have a photo here of what Hassan was trying to say. This is a photo of a. This is
Valentina Sampaio. She's a Brazilian model and an actress, and she is a trans woman.
She's gorgeous.
The point I was trying to make is that a lot of times when people are thinking of now this isn't to say that like she's any more woman than someone like Izzy, for example. But the reason why I like using this example is because
Here's
it's a good
$800, Hassan.
introduction
Shut the
for-
fuck
John,
up.
shut up.
good introduction
John, shut
for a lot of people who don't understand like trans representation, who have in their minds like a specific experience when they're thinking about trans people. And that experience is usually just like the blue-haired SJWs that they see in like compilation videos.
They're blue hair because they're Super Saiyan God.
Hysterical college undergraduates, and you know that's if that's the only representation, that's part of the reason why people immediately have this like it's negative opinion of trans people in general.
So,
Can I
Candy,
ask
I feel like Candy, you wanted to
none
say
of us can
something.
respond because he was about to make us sleep.
Candy, you wanted to say something. You say you're not transphobic. I wanted to go back to what you said because you said you're not transphobic
Yes.
because you have a genital preference.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay, but what happens if somebody goes through the procedure and they have the genitals that you prefer?
Yeah, then I would definitely do them. If
You're not transphobic.
I mean, you're
Rajj,
still really
Rajj.
kind of just belittling the trans person down to their genitalia, which I would
It's
challenge
true.
you to like look
Well,
at.
no, but there's
But
no.
you're not going to like an extreme level. Like, okay, so when we're using the word trans,
Shut up, my fans. Look at the fucking art they make.
like
John,
we're
fucking
saying,
art.
John, what
we're
did I
not
tell
saying
you?
that you would
No.
go out and kill the next
What's
trans
more
woman you
important,
see. But what you are saying is they're only like real or valid in this sense, in the sense of sex, if they have the genitals, if they can afford the surgery, or that's rough. Like trans males, the bottom surgery is very, very under studied and underperformed, and quite often tons of trans males choose not to get it. They would rather use like strap-ons and fucking alternatives because it's safer. There's still a fatality rate for trans males to get bottom surgery.
I don't think having a preference for genitalia makes you transphobic, though. Like, if somebody else has like a struggle with acquiring a certain surgery or something, like that's understandable and that's really sad. But I don't think a person should have to compromise on their own incredibly personal preferences in order to accommodate somebody else like that. I think that's a really extreme.
This is the
That
spot
was
where
exactly my point as well when I stated the thing I asked earlier. even if I personally didn't want sex with a trans person of any kind, I don't have anything against you being a trans person. I don't care. You can be whatever you want, but I would still not have sex with anyone who is a trans person. And I don't think that makes me have any phobia.
That's correct.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well,
Really quick,
I would say it is. We're getting
Izzy.
into splitting hairs in this.
We're to Destiny really quick, because like this is where like the conversation gets into like a really long drawn out part if we actually went down that rabbit hole, which we're not going to do right now. But the point there is like, yes, people do still hold their preferences and whatnot, and I will cave to that. The thing is like admitting that is a societally ingrained fucking hesitation that at some level still makes you realize there's some kind of an issue or a difference.
I don't know.
Can I say something, Raj?
Shut the fuck up. Holy shit. You're not even equipped for the fucking conversation. Can you go to the fucking kids table for like 2 minutes?
Listen, but then at the same time, you're not smart.
Let Destiny speak.
Okay, here's the rough thing. Okay, I don't think that on one hand you can say that I am a transgender person, which means I was literally born with an image of my body that is different than the sex I was born with, and that is something that is so ingrained to me that sometimes I need to go after either hormone therapy or SRS in order to change my body to match what I feel in my mind, right? Which is the currently accepted APA stuff on how to help people who have gender dysphoria and whatnot. And then in the next breath say, but you can't have any sort of built-in preferences for genitalia. I don't think those two positions are congruent with one another.
Yeah, that's where I said like I would have to cave on this when it gets to this specific of an argument when we actually take it all the way down that far, which no one else is doing. It degraded to like actual homophobia.
No, I agree. Yeah.
But when it gets to that level, my whole point is that's still like this societal hang up. Like that's something that's in you that still makes you see that there's at least a slight difference. It's not like transphobia, like you're gonna go kill the
I
next
got a
trans
question
person
for you.
John, I'll get to you in a moment.
But it is at some
Yeah, I
level
bet you
still
will.
saying that you don't hold a cis person to the same a trans person to the same standard you hold the cis person to, that you're choosing for a partner. Like, and it's still like trying to identify a difference. And that's still going to happen in society, even if we get to a fucking perfect world. And I know that's never gonna change. And I'm like not gonna call fucking strong allies who actually like work with us transophobes for that, but it is still pointing out the philosophical conversation.
The heteronormativity.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali, and then John.
Right, so the point is this, right? No matter who you are, gay, straight, bi, trans, lesbian, we should all respect each other and just fucking leave our shit together. Let them get on with it. Who gives a fuck if someone's gay? Let them be gay. Who cares?
Yes, I finally agree with the
Oh,
boy.
he's disagree with me. Oh, well, tell your boy, Slicker, to fucking get educated, mate.
But okay, guys, can I ask you something? Do you think a trans person who went from male to female should be able to compete in sports?
Fuck
like
no.
Here we go.
No,
You want me to join the UFC? I'm 6'5". Let's go to the
I mean, they are female, right?
Oh God. Hold on.
We would have like a better time discussing fucking
Yeah,
quantum
it's better.
mechanics on this podcast than this fucking
I
topic.
don't think we have enough people who are genuinely qualified with opinions that are
beautiful leaks.
enough.
You're like
I will give you the exact fact.
You're not a leech.
Guys.
I'll
is it my
give the
turn yet?
exact facts as a quick answer because that's exactly what I'm sure Hassan and Destiny
Raj,
would
One sec. Yeah,
correct me if you
John,
agree.
1 second.
But I'm going to use the example that already exists, and that's Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox was cleared by a full panel of fucking U.S.
I'll get to
Raj, I'm leaving because no one cares what I'm saying anyway. Bye.
John.
Raj, can I go or not? I can easily log off if I have to listen to liberal nonsense. Raj, let me ask one question to Izzy.
Let's
One.
keep going, I guess.
Wait, did Canute just fucking rage quit because we were talking about trans issues?
Yes.
No, not for that reason. Just because you didn't feel like
It's because you guys.
Raj, can
You
I
guys
ask
are
my
not letting
question
him
now?
speak.
I think it's because Canute said a total like 20 words the whole
We're not
time.
letting him speak. Slicker.
I haven't spoke in the past
Yo,
what?
Slicker,
10 minutes?
Half an
Let me
hour.
go, man.
5 minutes, half an
Slicker,
hour,
I actually
Slicker.
have points.
Okay.
Okay, Raj, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, look, it's not just because I fucking run thousands and thousands of people events with trans people. Izzy is the silent minority getting played like a fiddle by the left. They're not that sensitive. You're just sensitive, and you're making them look bad.
And she's making you look bad.
Slicker, let John talk, Slicker.
They DM me that Izzy's making them look bad.
Oh,
They're not
yeah,
that
I'm
sensitive.
doing
They don't give a
horrible,
shit about
horrible things for
pronouns.
trans
They want to
kids.
party. They're normal people. You're making them look weak.
That's it. You got me. I'm so offended. Like, do you see all the tears and the heartache?
man.
You are
Just be
making
honest.
me.
Just be honest. Izzy.
Raj, can I
Just be
speak?
honest.
Raj,
Izzy,
can I
just be
speak?
honest. Izzy,
Come on,
you
man.
don't give a shit about trans people. You're being played by the progressive left. Be honest.
In before John Zerka starts deliberately misgendering
You don't treat people
Izzy.
with equality.
Let's wait.
You don't
Let's
give a
wait
fuck
and
about
watch.
equality.
John, quiet.
You're like a son.
John.
Should I go ahead?
And I said everything I
John,
gotta say. Give me
quiet.
an argument. That's
John,
hit me with your
quiet.
dumb liberal
John.
shit.
Erica, do I need to
That's
list my
some
credentials
shit, man.
for you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead,
Does that
Izzy.
need to happen?
Yeah, hit me. Don't
Does
hurt my
that need
feelings.
to happen? I'm certified.
Wait, I gotta go to my safe space.
John, you shut your mouth and let somebody respond. If you're gonna fucking yell like a fucking idiot, at least let them respond to you.
I'm certified to teach doctors, PhD holders, psychiatrists, counselors how to take care of their trans patients. I just did a fucking room where I taught the Department of Health and Human Services here in my fucking local area. I sit on the board not once but twice of the
Okay, then I
largest
totally agree with you. I didn't know you're certified.
nonprofit in the country. I literally do anything and everything I can.
Are
for
you
the community,
political or not?
And I volunteer.
Are you
for
being
over 40
political on
hours
this
a week.
fucking podcast?
We
You're
haven't
not
talked
talking from your
politics.
heart.
We've talked
You're talking from a
socialism.
paycheck like a son.
We haven't talked politics once on this. We've talked social issues.
Oh my
period.
God. You're just getting spoon-fed liberal bullshit by the media. You don't give a shit. If you didn't see it in the media, you wouldn't talk about it.
Izzy, I fucking appreciate you opening up today. Thank you so much. Sorry for twats like this. Honestly, I really
Or
appreciate
you've been
it.
fucking awesome, and we could totally.
I fucking love you, mate. And
Gross, when did you?
Here we go, because I'm defending him. All right, you're gonna get out my ass now. Come on in. What are you gonna say now, big boy?
1 second, John.
Who
before
brought you
go,
back
why
from
do-
the
why do
shadow
people-
realm?
why
I
do
thought I
people
left your
insist
bitch ass
that-
there with Garibo.
Oh, back to you, no preferences. Wow.
Let me talk. Why do people insist that the rights of human beings is a political issue?
Because it absolutely is. What do you mean? It's been political
Rajj,
issues
you're-
forever.
But why? Why does it have to be a
Rajj,
political
why
Because
do you
everything
think
in life,
trans
because if
people
you're
give a
not part
shit
of the,
about these topics?
because if you're not part
They
of the
don't.
status
They're normal
quo,
like us.
if you're not part of the status quo, then everything is political. If things don't feel political to you, it's just because you're part of what's already being supported.
Our
The
entire
fact that
society
John Zerka is a
has to
straight
you have to
dude
be
is the
different. You have
default is political.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I can't have an
Because
opinion.
every time we have a
I can't have an
conversation
opinion
that
because I like
goes
to put my
beyond.
dick in pussy. Shut the fuck up, you dumb liberal cuck.
Do you want to
Oh,
understand? Or do you want to
God.
keep
You
yelling
argue
to the
for a
fucking
professional-
chat, you dumb
Your
fuck?
job is to
Jesus
argue and you
Christ.
keep losing to me.
At least
I
be
have the
intelligent
truth.
enough to.
You're
under-
educated
at
and I
least
have
be
the
a
truth
little
always
embarrassed,
been.
dude. At
The
least
right
be a
people
little
always
embarrassed.
been.
for how
speak?
USA,
stupid you are.
USA,
Jesus
USA.
John,
Christ.
stop. You're from
Wait,
Canada.
are you
John.
fucking
Canadian?
Canadian?
John, you're
Rajj,
Canadian.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Let's
I
Slicker
want to
speak.
unmute and I want to
I-
hear his
Okay,
perspective.
listen. Now it's my turn to speak. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Because it seems like none of you other people want to speak, but I'm trying to butt in. Okay, because I want to say something. Let me
And
finish
then
this,
Canute's
please.
going to speak because he
Is-
wants to say something.
yes,
Slicker,
of
you
course.
are,
Thank
Slicker,
you.
you are
John,
so
it's
biased
Slicker's time.
because
It's
of
not
your
Zerka's
religion.
time. John,
You have
it's
no
not
topic.
John. It's not.
It's
Zerka's
not
time.
about the religion, though. It's not about the
Yeah,
religion,
but
John.
You only, Slicker,
It's-
I'm talking
John,
unbiased. You're
it's
talking
Slicker's
what your
time
parents
right now,
taught you.
John.
No, my parents never taught. Bro, my sister
start every
loves
fucking
them.
podcast
John,
trying to
I'm
appeal
going
to
to kick you
Muslim
out.
fans.
John, shut your mouth. Slicker, go ahead, please. And
All right,
Canute,
listen.
your mic's low.
Izzy, you making me look really bad by saying I'm a homophobic. Like I said to you, I'm trying to be kind to you, but when you speak back at me, you look at me in disgust. Am I right or wrong? But I want to say this: when you have sex with a transgender, okay, can they be pregnant from it? If I obviously,
Oh my fucking
If you had sex with me,
What?
I
I'm
could
trying to listen to this. I'm asking a
Okay, there are
question,
plenty
which
of
I
women.
obviously
There are plenty
know.
of women
Which I obviously
that
know.
are infertile. Does that mean that they're no longer women? You're reducing a woman.
Yeah,
to-
Slicker, you're
to-
It
making
does
me
not
look bad
matter.
now.
That does not matter. I'm asking a question.
It does
If
not
I
matter.
did, because I'm going to
I'm giving you a hypothetical where it does.
If
I'm giving
anyone is
you a
making you look
hypothetical.
bad,
I can't finish. And Rajj, fuck it, man. Let them speak. Go
Slicker,
ahead.
Slicker.
I will not.
Guys,
Is she no
guys.
longer, is
Hey,
she no
Hassan,
longer your mother? Are
Hassan.
you gonna start calling her your fucking father? You dumb fuck.
He's acting dumb abuse. I've already sussed Slicker
I
out.
heard
That's how he's
Slicker was
today.
raised by rodents. Is that true?
Sterile women are not women, dude. If you can't fucking give birth, then you're no longer a woman.
Canute, your mic is very low.
Canute, your mic is low. Wait, is my
You
mic
need to
low
turn up the
too?
volume.
I think you need to
Why did
change.
Canute
I
leave,
think you,
Rajj?
it's
Why did he
using your
leave?
own mic, maybe.
Did he get mad? You mad, Canute? You mad, bro? Why you left?
Let him
That little
fucking speak.
The fuck
I
is
can't hear
Canute?
anyone. I mean, I can't hear Canute at all.
Canute, you got to turn your mic volume up, Canute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Knut is using the wrong mic.
Canute, you
in
gotta
appearing.
lift with your vocal cords now.
Oh shit, he's probably on the Discord still.
Wait,
No.
He was over here for the switch. What's
Slicker,
going on?
Slicker, but you're
Slicker,
literally...
answer my question though. Slicker, is your mom? Are you gonna start calling your mom daddy when she goes through menopause because she no longer has the capability of giving birth?
I will always call my mom.
Okay,
But then what is her
then
purpose
you
of living if
understand that
she
it has
can't get
nothing to do with
pregnant from having sex
being
with
able
a
to
man?
reproduce.
No,
It has nothing to do with being able to give
Flicker,
birth.
What is her purpose? What is her
Slicker,
purpose?
no
So
offense,
there's no
but
purpose
this-
for people if you can't fucking
Flicker,
produce
no-
children.
John,
shut
shut up.
I can't make a point.
No, you can't
Slicker, you're
interrupt
making
people
me
with-
look bad. Raj, he's making me look bad. Slicker, you're being so biased. You want everyone in the world to be straight. Shut the fuck up, man.
No, listen. I said
Your
I'm
page is fuck
saying-
you, Slicker.
Yeah, no, but I never
You
said
corrected
that.
nothing.
I never.
Wow.
Did I ever
Come on,
say
you're
that?
talking-
Have I ever
you're
said that?
talking-
Yo,
Slicker, you're stripping the humanity out of people when you say they need to be able to have kids. What the fuck are you talking about?
there's
I'm
your
in
point,
first
Slicker.
house. I'm in first
I'm not
house
saying
over
that.
here. I'm in
I
first
am
house. Am
not.
human?
Listen, I asked. I asked the
sperm is dead.
benefits because it makes no sense of being a homosexual. That's it. I'm
This
not.
is not your
I'm not
topic,
homo.
bro.
I'm
This
not.
is
I'm
not
not
your
being.
topic.
Listen,
Log
I
off.
don't hate. I don't hate them. I don't hate
You're making me
homosexuals.
look bad
Just
because
doesn't
no
make
one
any
said
sense.
one
Fair.
thing.
This is
It
your
makes
fault.
no sense.
Makes
How?
more sense.
Raj,
Make
tell me
more
shut up.
sense. You know.
Scientifically speaking, it makes no. You cannot. It makes no sense.
You
It's
do
But
not
not
hold on,
match.
but hold on.
I don't
But
think you can
scientifically,
ever utter the
There are
phrase scientifically
multiple
speaking and
people
say
here that
anything
back-
accurate past that point, Slicker.
Listen, but when I said what are the benefits, that's scientific, you dumb shit. When I say the benefits,
there are
that's scientific.
5 people
What do
that
you
will
mean
back
the
you into a
benefits are
corner and start trying to
Yeah,
talk
well,
about it.
Slicker,
Okay,
benefits.
so what are the benefits of being a homosexual? Tell me.
Slicker,
Consider
what are
the
the benefits of being
benefits of their
straight?
gender or their sexuality
Slicker,
or
what's the
picking.
benefits of being straight, Slicker? What's the benefits of being straight? Answer the fucking question.
You can have kids. You can have kids.
You fucking dumb cunt!
Slicker,
What?
stop with
We're
this
gonna
one.
jump!
Stop. Slicker, you're not
What the
educated on
fuck?
this
So how's that
topic.
scientific?
People
You
gonna jump,
idiot.
Slicker!
How's that benefit? How's that
Slicker.
beneficial? How?
Slicker,
you-
Okay, so if
Slicker, you
everyone was gay,
admitted, Slicker, you admitted
No.
you're not politically involved.
Listen,
you don't care about
listen,
politics.
listen.
Don't talk about it.
stop interrupting because I haven't finished, okay?
You're
So
chatting
if
shit,
everyone
mate.
was
You're
gay,
chatting
where
shit.
can you adopt? You dumb
This is
shit.
stop
If everyone was gay, where can you
That's
adopt?
all dealing in
Where can you
absolutes. Only
adopt?
a fifth
If
feels
everyone was
absolute.
gay, you little
You're
fucking
not
idiot.
gay.
How can you
All right,
produce?
okay,
How can you
guys,
produce?
stop. Guys, hey, it's the round's over, okay?
He's making me look bad, Raj.
Hey, Slicker,
What
listen,
the makes the fucking you
What the fuck?
Hold on,
Slicker,
hold on.
Yo, listen.
Guys, stop. Hey, guys, listen to
Only
me.
an idiot
Let
deals in
Caduce
absolute.
speak.
We should go
If
back to
everyone
Discord
was
so you
straight,
can
if everyone
control
shut the
this.
fuck up, you're a Sith Lord.
Something was
Force
happening with the
choke,
Discord. The connection was timing.
Can we join Canoe's
No, we are
Discord or
staying
something?
here.
Since your whole question is can trans people reproduce, there's my fucking son's handprint and name tattooed over my heart.
There's your question, mate.
I'm
Yeah.
trans.
There's your answer, mate.
So shut up, Slicker. Enough making me look bad. 0161, we don't think like Slicker.
It's funny, Slicker, because you're backing Zhekra up so much, and I just got against you. I love this.
I
fucking
still
guy.
like. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'll still listen.
Read a book.
I am a fan of John.
You're a gamer.
It's
You're
true.
a
And
gamer.
Yasuo's
You're a
fanboy.
gamer.
You're a Yasuo's fanboy. Don't forget.
I like Yasuo. I
Yeah.
fucking love Yasuo.
Yes,
Slicker,
mate.
Yeah,
you're
so
my
what,
boy,
you trying
I
to-
gotta
listen,
call
what,
you out
I'm-
when you're chatting
we know
shit,
that,
You
bro.
know, Gross. I told you why. I told you how I started. You started as a. I'm a fan of Raj. I'm a fan of Raj. Is that a bad thing? I don't get it.
Dora, you're my
What's your
fanboy
point?
bitch. You don't get to
What's
talk
your
to me like
fucking
that.
point?
You
I
pray to
don't
me,
get it.
Dora.
What's your
You're my
point?
fanboy bitch. Don't forget that.
Okay,
Man,
guys,
listen,
look.
we
Hey,
found
hey,
you. But what's the point?
Andy, blow me a
This is
kiss.
why I don't suck up to no one. They backstab you.
Andy, blow me a kiss.
Okay. Gotcha.
Dude, Invader's hot, man. Look at her. Look at Invader right now.
Okay, the poll is voting right now. All right, we are voting on the poll right now. Everybody's voting on the poll. Okay, give us one moment here.
They're spamming my
Okay.
name, lol.
Okay, all right. Everybody's voting right now here on the poll. One moment. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at the results here. We are voting. One
John's there,
second.
John's
Okay. We're voting in the poll here. One moment. Okay. All right. The poll is.
Is my microphone okay?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's
Wait,
not because
why
we
is
can
it
hear you.
doubling?
Mute yourself.
Why is it doubling down?
Dude, Hassan, are you fucking
Oh man. What?
Women adore me. I don't know why. And men. Hey, Invader, when are
Okay,
we going on
so
a
here we
date?
go. The winner of the round is Slicker again for some fucking reason.
Because he's so fucking dumb.
But Destiny is
No. Make Slicker do it.
by default because Slicker voted twice.
Are you fucking serious?
You have to choose between Candyland and Izzy Bear.
Look at me pull some headphones out of my ass.
You have to choose between Izzy.
Okay.
Just kick someone Destiny.
I know. Listen, I love both of you. Okay.
Listen, you're getting slapped around today, eh? In game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm choosing
Whoa, whoa.
Candyland just because you had the lowest on the votes. That's it. It's nothing personal. I
Bye.
appreciate
Hey,
you being
Candy,
here, though.
bye. Enjoy a grade
okay.
school. You're almost done.
Goodbye.
He hates you, Candy. He hates you.
I
really
know.
bad.
Hey, Candy, how's
No,
grade
but
7
goodbye.
going?
You can follow me at twitch.tv/Candy.
Candy, what would you like? Would you like to? What would you like?
Shout
to
me
say?
out. Shout me out. Shout me out,
John,
Candy.
shut your fucking mouth. God damn it! How many fucking times do I gotta tell your stupid ass?
Kagabanshi no jutsu. Okay, go.
I already said it.
Shout yourself out. Go ahead. Say again.
Yes, I already said it.
All right. Thank you. Bye, Candy.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Bye. Same.
Everybody wave to her. Now she's gone. Okay.
Bye, Candyland.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now we're on to it. Basically, look, I wanted to actually point to something. Is there an evolutionary purpose for homosexuality? Just out of curiosity.
So some people, I think, have speculated that it's possible that in certain environments you might have children that are homosexual because they can help, people like rear children or something if there's a lot of pressure that causes it to happen. But I don't think any of this has been like super adequately demonstrated.
No, they've seen animals like in captivity and animals in the wild engaging in homosexual sex, but we can't understand what their motivations are for it. We can understand what they were doing it for, but it happens in nature. We see it happening all the time.
I'm just I'm curious if Slicker thinks that those animals chose to do that.
There's there's deep sea flatworms that don't even play with being one gender or the other or anything else. Literally, two of them will meet on the ocean floor. Both will grow a penis and they will sword fight. And the one who penetrates keeps the penis. The other one grows a vagina and gets pregnant. That's an actual fact about nature.
Or seahorses. In the instance where there's not enough females around, one of the males will turn his penis
But
into
are we
a
speaking
vagina
about
and get
animals or humans right now?
No, I know.
No.
We're just
But,
talking about the
but humans are
natural
animals.
evolutionary process of homosexuality and why we can't fully understand it.
Wait, and humans are animals. Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, humans are animals. We are animals as well. On this
Okay,
earth,
different types of animals than us.
for sure.
I know, we're talking about the natural
We're
process.
mammals. We're mammals, and there are other mammals that also engage in homosexuality, and there's possibly birds that engage in homosexuality, but they're not mammals, but they're also animals. You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody have anything else to say on this topic, or are we going to switch?
Jesus Christ.
We don't know, and there's no answer here, so we're probably finished. I would.
Sorry, I can't hear everybody. My bad, guys.
Anyways, okay, we are going to go. We're going to move on to the next topic. Unless anybody wanted to say anything else. Slicker, do you have any parting words?
It's just if you guys want to end it, it's up to you, but I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I don't hate Izzy Bear, you know what I mean? I'll see him as a person.
Her.
Okay, her as a person.
You literally.
Nice one, Slicker.
After all of this, mate, I thought he's trolling.
Jesus
But
Christ,
who the
Slicker.
fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if it's him or her? For fuck's sake.
Is he you as a person? My mom's I can be your mate. Does not matter. Okay, her. I will respect your wishes. Okay, but then in return, you're gonna have to respect my opinions. You know what I mean?
I will not respect your homophobic.
Homophobia. Respect
You
the
can
homophobia.
disrespect me and hate me for that.
That's not
But I will not respect homophobic.
So why are you saying homophobic? That shit's getting me in trouble when I'm not homophobic.
You're the one who's doing it.
You
You're
have
saying
said
everyone should be
homophobic
straight.
things.
Yeah,
I had a big thing.
Why were you?
Okay. Oh my god.
I will never fuck a trans. I never want to
Hold
fuck
on.
a
Go
transgender
ahead,
transgender.
Destiny, please.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the
What?
problem. Okay. The problem is that we feel like we always want to be judged on our intentions, but the problem is we have to look at the effects of what we say. So you can have good intentions or be well intentioned when you say certain things, but the effects can ultimately be bad. And we see this happen in a number of ways in society. For instance, somebody might say, "I really do love black people and I think they're cool, but they're just not as smart as white people, so we shouldn't have them in places." Right? Just
Stop
because
bringing race into this. It's completely
Hold on,
irrelevant.
I have to make an analogy because
You listen.
I have to make an analogy because you're too stupid to understand the original subject. So I thought if I brought it to race, maybe it was something you could understand a little bit easier. If you want me to use a different analogy, I could do that as well. You want to pick a topic or? Thank you.
He won't listen.
Okay, so the problem is just because you say, like either I have a whatever friend or I don't hate these people, when you say something like that, and then you go on to say, but I would never date them, they're gross, I'm going to keep calling them trainees or him and her and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter what your intention is when at the end of the day, the effect you're having is contributing to a society that hurts these people.
So what is the effect of Slicker not acknowledging a person?
25,000 people are watching this stream, and he's justifying dehumanizing trans folk, and they're fucking clapping on him.
The effect is that there's a huge difference between saying something like I don't think I would date a trans person personally, and like leaving it at that. There's a huge difference between that versus like constantly misgendering somebody, saying things like, "Oh, well, why do you choose to be transgender? It's so stupid," blah blah blah, and shit like that. Because the latter contributes to kind of a culture that makes these people feel like really rejected or shit on by society, and the former can be expressed as a personal preference.
He's just narrow-minded, mate. It's simple as that. He can't open up. That's it. He just doesn't understand it. It's just
the only reason why you're being like this is because you're bisexual, Gross.
What?
Yeah, when I'm fucking drunk.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, so you're trying to fucking push shit on me now? So you're trying to use it as an attack? Oh, Grossgore, he's attacking me. You're bisexual, Grossgore. So you are. I see it.
Really? You really think that because
people think that you're homophobic though?
You just use my sexuality as an insult. You just use my sexuality as an insult because that's how much a scum you are. A one-eyed partner on Twitch. I don't know why.
You can see it as that if you
keep farming the sympathy votes, sick. Like I keep farming the sympathy votes because you're dumb as hell.
I've said this to you in private. What the fuck you on about? Yes, nod your head. You never argued at me.
Okay, let's switch topics. We're switching topics.
Great podcast, Rajj. We love this podcast. It's about your homophobic. Great, carry on.
Okay, we're switching the topics. Okay, so recently, what's his name? Chris Brown was accused of rape, I believe, and then he was, I believe it was it found, from what I understand, it was founded to not be true, correct?
What was that? Wait, say that again, Rajj? I didn't hear that.
I don't know if it's been founded that it wasn't true. The last I heard on it was he got bailed out. He's swearing that it's not true, and now it's the he said, she said fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to go into it. It's really not. I was going to go into it. Does anybody have any interest on this topic at all?
I don't know anything about it.
So basically, Chris Brown was accused of rape, and he claims that it's not true, has bailed himself out, and he's now filed a defamation suit against the woman who accused him.
But isn't Chris Brown the guy who beat up Rihanna and a few other girls earlier as well?
Yes.
We can judge here. We'd probably not believe him, but we don't know anyway, so...
Okay. To what extent did anybody here watch the Scuff podcast?
No.
Okay. Did you guys talk about the Pokemon ad with the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl event with the Pokemon ad? So essentially what we talked about what happened with the ninja thing and the streamers. What do you guys think? Now Twitch has gone and done it again. And now advertised another streamer on other people's streams promoting the Super Bowl or some sort of event with Pokemon hosting something regarding the Super Bowl. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. If you think it's appropriate. Pokemon responded. Pokemon responded and insinuated that it was positive for the community because promoting bigger influencers trickles down to other influencers. And makes it a better platform for everybody. So I want you guys to, if you guys can speak on that. Go ahead, Invader. Did you have some? Yeah.
Dude, yeah, sorry. I have a really short opinion on this because obviously I've been here the least amount of time. What drew me to Twitch is that there wasn't any of that fucking bullshit. When you are on your channel, that is your content. You get to decide, like, and when you're partnered, obviously you can make more decisions. But when you are on your channel, that is your fucking content. And I did not sign up to be part of some big conglomerate that's going to push somebody they think might be more profitable than me. It's my channel. I created it so I could say my fucking piece. I am not some goddamn placeholder for somebody else. She can do it on her own channel. She obviously has the fucking views. She doesn't need to leech on other like little streamers. That seems really fucking backwards. Why isn't she hosting their little ads on her stream beforehand?
Well, first of all, Pokimane probably didn't make this decision. I want to make that very clear. She didn't. Pokimane didn't make the decision to advertise herself on ads. Twitch probably I don't know the full details, but I'm almost positive Pokimane didn't make the personal choice.
I don't agree with that. There's no way it wasn't ran by her. There's no way that just randomly showed up. She had to have okayed that.
Yeah, she would have to consent to it, I would imagine.
But you can do exactly the same if you pay for ads.
Is there anyone?
Do you think she paid for it, or did they come to it and they said? What I mean is, do you think Twitch came to it and said, "Hey, Pokimane, we want to run an ad. Would you do it?" I mean, more than likely, she had to say yes to contribute. Yeah. But do you think she knew the full extent of it?
Whether she did or didn't, would any of you say no if you were in the exact same position?
Would I run
knowing what we know now, I would say no. But beforehand, no, probably not. I probably wouldn't. Would any of you say no?
Is it Twitch who's promoting her, or is it herself promoting herself on and paying for getting promoted on Twitch platform? That's an important question.
I don't know. No,
so we can't actually discuss this because we don't have the fact.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think that the case is that you probably just shouldn't be advertising other people's personal Twitch streams on Twitch. That's just something that probably shouldn't be happening. Is how most of the community
especially if it's backed by Twitch, especially if Twitch itself is like sanctioning off this advertisement.
Even if it's not Twitch, I don't think any personal channels should ever be advertised on other people's personal channels. I just don't think that should ever happen. Whether Twitch is backing it or not, it just seems like a bad idea.
But what about this idea that views trickle down from the top to the lower tier? I mean, the lower tier streamers.
That's not real. That's not a real concept. I don't even think that's what Pokey was saying. But maybe I didn't understand it correctly. But trickle down economics concept doesn't work at the level of governance, and it certainly doesn't work on Twitch. That's not like a real thing. It's a fantasy.
John, you're unmuted. So like what I mean is like, but so you're saying the people doing better at the top doesn't help anybody at the bottom.
Well, okay, that's not
advertise
entirely
itself.
true either. Like, for example, when Ninja brought Drake onto the platform became more popular as a consequence of that. But that's very different than like taking viewers and shifting them around within the platform. If Twitch is having a targeted marketing campaign to push people over to Twitch and using Pokey and using Ninja to do that, then that's a good thing that will help the community. But what we're talking about is the element where they go down the line and advertise on smaller streamers' channels. Now, having said that, this was my perspective originally, and I thought it was really bad that Twitch was doing this when we were talking about the Ninja thing. But since then, I've thought about it, and like my perspective is, and is a selfish one, and I think I'm probably a hypocrite for feeling this way. But if I was given the opportunity where Twitch was like, "Hey, we're gonna put your anti-capitalist ass on the fucking map. We're gonna run an advertisement campaign, and it's gonna run on other smaller people's channels." I don't know how I would. I don't know what decision I would take on it. I feel like I would probably still say yes, not because I want the money, but mostly because I want my message to spread as far.
That is the realest thing I've ever heard in my life, dude. Thank you for being honest. I'm sorry to come in here, Raj. That's completely honest from Hasan here. Amazing. Thank you. Hey, that's honest as hell. I mean, all of you in here talking about it, if they came to you, I mean, if you'd say no, then fine. Keep your ideas, keep your opinions, but I doubt that.
Okay, well, so as somebody that's turned down like 5-figure like monthly sponsorships before because I don't approve of certain types of companies, I mean, I would probably say no to that. But because like this has been a pretty big thing for my stream. But regardless of that, I don't think asking the personal question like really matters much in terms of how the argument should go. It's kind of like when you say like, do you think we should have socialized healthcare in the United States? And someone's like, yeah, and you go, okay, well, do you voluntarily pay way more of your taxes to the IRS? Well, fuck no, I'm not going to do that, right? So like if everybody on Twitch was doing this and then someone came to you and they were like, hey, we're going to advertise your channel. Is that cool? I mean, well, fuck, if everyone else is doing it, you kind of have to, but that doesn't necessarily mean whether or not you think it's right or wrong.
Wait.
No. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing I was gonna say is like I have said no to plenty of advertisers as well. I already feel conflicted when I'm selling merchandise. Like there are other elements of exploitation where I feel conflicted, but if the good outweighs, in my mind, and I'm being honest, if the good outweighs the bad in this instance, I feel like there are certain deals that I would agree to, and this probably would be one of them. Now,
I understand.
do I think that someone like do I think that any big Twitch streamer should still support the community, turn around and say, hey, this probably wasn't a good idea to like run ads on other people's
Hassan,
Twitch,
do you really
channels?
you said it's
kind of
your
like bad mouthing.
I'll let you respond, John.
John talking. I can't
It's
hear
a
him.
fucking essay, man.
1 second. 1 second. Let him finish, and
Is
then I'll
John
let you
talking
respond, John. Yeah.
When brains don't work fast, they gotta talk.
Go ahead, Hassan. Finish.
Okay, my point was, the retaliation, like, or after people get very upset about this sort of stuff, the thing that you should keep in mind is, as long as if you want people to not stay mad at you, is probably still support the community. Is probably still to say, hey, I wish these ads were run outside of Twitch to bring in people onto the platform more than just like redistributing views upwards.
Okay. All right. Let's go, John. What do you want to say, John? Go ahead.
Look, man. Here's how you can tell someone is high IQ. They say if you can explain it to your grandmother, you understand what you're talking about. Hassan, you're speaking in not paragraphs, in fucking essays. And let me tell you something. If you made it more simple and just knew how to work the chambers of your mind, maybe get a Millennium Puzzle, dumbass, you would be able to appeal to your own fans. You don't have one perspective that's not bought and paid for by Young Turks. What is your real perspective if you weren't getting paid by them?
Can I have my opinion on this?
John Zhekra say something? I couldn't hear him, but
Dude,
I
come
feel
on,
like
dude. Hassan, like, you can't mute. Look, I'm going to disagree with you, Hassan. No matter how stupid he is, you can't mute him. Or how stupid you think somebody is.
Stupid, Raj. I took over the show. Your show got taken over by a stupid person.
I don't know.
Well, once and you're in.
Oh, he's talking
through
Discord.
Hassan, don't let her. Hassan, you know.
Okay, I lowered.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a.
John, say again. Would you say one more time, maybe a summed up version of what you said?
Okay, Raj, I just don't want you to look bad on your own show, because when you use the weak insults like, oh, John's stupid, but this, it makes you look
Well, you
dumb.
are stupid, John.
No, let
You're
me
a
finish.
stupid
John,
person.
John, just fucking get to your stupid point, all right?
All right, let me
be a
get to my
stupid person and then not expect to be fucking called out. People call me a liberal all the time. Do you think I'm
Can I
offended
talk?
by that?
Yeah,
No,
let
because I
him
have some liberal
finish.
takes.
Let him finish.
Okay,
Hassan.
I'm
Go
just saying it makes you guys look dumb when you call the guy who spammed content God stupid. You're losing a stupid person, both you and Raj. So be careful who you insult when the king is here, bitch.
Okay,
Hassan,
but
is
John, that had nothing to do with what you said
No,
initially.
I'm asking the question right now, man. I don't speak
John,
in paragraphs.
you are the
Hassan,
most
is anything you
replaceable
say-
person on the
is
planet.
anything you say
understand
real?
that, right?
Is anything you say real? Go.
Zhekra, you are the most replaceable person on this fucking podcast. We had Slicker. We have you now. There's going to be another CX God wannabe dipshit that
Who
we
is
can
CX?
find on fucking
Who
Omega.
is CX?
or wherever
Who are
the
these
fuck they
internet
found you.
incels?
Why don't you shut the fuck up and work on being work on towing the line a little
Hassan,
bit better,
I'm wondering
okay?
why you can never respond to an idiot that has no
John,
education. in
John, can you
politics.
get back to what you
I
said
just
of
responded.
substance?
You just don't have the intellectual
I asked
capacity to
already.
understand.
Raj, I asked it already.
John, can you give me the thesis statement of what you mentioned earlier?
You're a nobody. I'm talking to Hassan. He's a big time YouTuber. Let me.
Invader V, you
address-
wanted to say
I'm wondering,
something, didn't you?
I'm wondering, Raj. My question is any of it's hard to find out which part of Hassan's dumbass long speeches
Why are you
is
so
authentic.
triggered by my mere
All right,
existence?
let
John?
me sum
Not
this up.
much,
Let me
buddy.
sum this up. Hassan, what he wants to know is, are you talking about from your own opinions, or are you talking from the opinions of Young Turks?
What the fuck is the opinion of the Young Turks? Who the
Great
fuck
answer,
knows
bitch.
about Twitch advertising at the Young Turks? How
No,
can
man,
I
it's
respond to
just-
such an idiotic
Answer it.
question?
Just
Yeah.
Of
answer
course
it.
I'm talking from my own personal opinion. I
Holy
disagree
shit.
with
Watch
people
out
on
for
the
the
Young Turks
shuriken
all the
question.
fucking time.
Watch out for
All
the
right,
shuriken.
go ahead, Ali.
Oh,
Wait,
thank
what
God.
is he saying now? I don't
Just-
understand.
just who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead,
It doesn't
Ali.
matter. Right? Check this out. This is the truth of the truth, right? People are saying that Twitch is becoming like YouTube because Twitch don't listen to their creators anymore, right? They've been saying that. We saw this drama fucking back when the goddamn New Year's, and we had goddamn that ninja kid, right? Fucking had his shit advertised everywhere. There was the amount of complaints went fucking all over Twitter. It's all over my timeline. Now we got the same shit at Pokimane. Clearly, Twitch don't give a fuck, and that's the bottom line. Twitch do what the fuck they want to do. They ban who the fuck they want to ban. They partner who the fuck they want to partner, and that's the end of it, Raj. Do you guys agree, or do you fucking am I lying? What do you think, Raj? Am I right or am I right? Bro, listen, I know Twitch people that get like 50 viewers, they're clean content, they get partner. I got people out there, not naming names, they get like 3,000-4,000 views with over 1,000 subs. They're still not partner because Twitch will pick and choose who the fuck they want to choose. Like when they put adverts on people, they will fucking choose. They don't care what we think. They don't care. They have the money, bro. It's about being fucking paid.
All right, go ahead, Invader. You said you disagreed.
Yeah.
Let me shoot
actually,
it after
I
her.
agree. Oh, sorry.
Bro,
I
you're
agree
muted,
with
bro.
some
You're looking like a
absolutely.
dumbass. You look like me right now.
But I also
Stop.
would say that Twitch can advertise itself. Twitch can grow its community without focusing on already gigantic fucking streamers. What makes Twitch is fucking amazing is that it's a bunch of people being super duper interconnected. Yes, run ads during the Super Bowl, run ads during other people's streams if it's promoting other people who need the promotion. But there are obviously some people who don't need the promotion. Twitch doesn't need to be their fucking fangirl. Twitch has already partnered them. Twitch has already said they are worthy content. Twitch has already accepted them. They don't need to be their fucking fangirls. Why, like, do they do enough?
Hold on,
for the
just
small
a minute.
streamers? I don't know.
I just had an epiphany here. Where was the hashtag support small streamers spam when nobody knew what Twitch was? You know? Like, hold on. We were out here.
Still nobody knows. I mean, there's a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck Twitch is.
I know,
doing this
but, like,
19
now
days
all of a
ago.
sudden-
Nobody in my personal life knows what the fuck I'm doing.
But hold on, but like,
They're very-
I've been here since
Nobody wants to
2013.
know.
There was never a hashtag support small streamer thing when Twitch was small.
Really?
Now because
Yo, Invader, you should be modeling because you have no
now because we were talking about now because now that Twitch is actually relevant, now everybody wants a slice of it.
Why is it relevant? Because the fucking God is here.
I want to.
Can I say something here, Raj?
Yeah, go on.
Hold on. So
And then Izzy.
I'm gonna call this guy out on his shit. The past 2 rounds, he's gone fucking AFK for 20-30 minutes. Comes in last 5 minutes, talks some shit, and then he fucks off again to get the votes. I know what you're doing, Zhekra. You're a punk.
What are you talking about? I got up because you guys are almost putting me to sleep. I don't want
Well,
you guys
fuck
to hear
off
me
then, mate.
snoring.
Well, fuck off then.
Look,
Or you've said
look,
nothing
Zhekra,
of substance.
Zhekra,
Zero.
Dubstep, what are you talking about?
Here, I want to hear a high IQ person like us
productive to bring to the conversation and treat you like a human being rather than shit on you. But all you try to do is get some fucking easy dunks. Name one view that TYT has that they've been able to they've forced
You called me
to
a bouncer on my first
say.
stream, bitch.
Name one
You called
view.
me a
Name
bouncer
one
on
view.
my
Just
first
one
stream.
view.
I just
You
call
keep
in every
throwing shit
fucking
out
stream.
there. If you can name
Losing
one
to
view,
political
I'll
bouncer
concede.
anime nerd. Fucking idiot.
Wait, give me one view. Like
Give
back
you,
up
give
your,
you what?
back up
Give you.
your
I already gave you a fucking career.
one thing. What I didn't even hear what he said.
himself?
Invader, now you sound like a witch laughing. Disney witch
Fuck
instead
off.
of princess.
That leech is sucking the blood out
I
of the
can't hold in the cackle.
You're sucking
Does he
the
know
content
what
out when
he's
you talk with
saying?
your stupid
no idea.
laugh.
No, he doesn't.
God.
He doesn't
Does
know.
he
All right,
not
real quick on the
realize?
topic. On the topic.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Izzy. Sum us up here before
Izzy,
we
thank you,
move
yes.
on to the next round. Go ahead.
As the only probably small fucking streamer like in this, because I probably don't have the chance to get to the fucking viewer numbers anyone else in this goddamn call has.
Why
Like,
not?
Mainly because I'm a trans woman on the internet who
Heteronormativity.
talks about education and charity streams on my stream, man. Like the charity channel I've created has more views and followers than my stream. Like it's just the way it goes. I turn it on to 40, maybe 60 people. I'm just under the even potential of applying for partner. But like as probably the only small streamer on this fucking podcast right now, I like that you all are saying support small streamers, yada yada, but wouldn't we still have an issue if these ads had like 2 to 4 like people like me, tiny little nobodies, and then your viewers were shooting that way? You'd still have the same problem with it. It's the same conversation, right?
Oh, good point. So you're saying that okay. I see what you mean. So we'd still have the same problem with it if it was a smaller creator. Does anybody disagree with that?
Yeah, so the analogy
It would feel
for a
weird.
second.
Go on, Destiny.
Go ahead,
So basically, here's the analogy to what we said earlier, right? Let's say you have a food court in a mall, you run a restaurant, and other people are in there running restaurants. absolutely nobody would have a problem if you had a Taco Bell next to you. If Taco Bell went outside the mall and held up a big sign saying, everybody come eat here, come eat Taco Bell here, everybody come here and do that, nobody would have a problem with that. But if Taco Bell literally went right in front of your restaurant and held up a sign saying, hey, come over here and eat Taco Bell, and then you're like, dude, what the fuck? And then they turn around and like, well, hold on, this is helping the other restaurants. Like, well, no, it's not. They're already in the fucking mall. Like, let them come and eat at my place, you know? That's how people feel when you kind of like run ads on Twitch, right? Like if you want to run ads on YouTube or whatever, saying go to PokeStream or go to Ninja Stream, like that's cool. But if they're already on Twitch, you're just moving them around. Hassan said this earlier too, right?
And then really quick to chat, who's really, really mad that I'm here. You can stay mad about it.
But Destiny, the question that have we got the answer? Is it Twitch or is it Pokemania who's paying for the ads?
I don't think it matters who's paying for them. I don't think it matters who's paying for them. It shouldn't be the types of ads we're selling, I don't think.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I think that matters.
Well, what difference would it make? Do you think that like one is okay and one isn't okay?
If Twitch advertises other streamers for free, I think that's worse than if they actually pay Twitch to run an ad on their platform themselves.
I mean, I guess,
think
we can
that
argue
matters.
over whether one is worse or not, but I still wouldn't even want the ability for the other thing to happen. I don't want like
no,
Ninja.
of course not. But it's worse if Twitch does it themselves compared to a company going in paying to advertise another streamer or
arguably
themselves.
Sure.
So
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
Well, I haven't actually seen the advert. What is the advert? Is it an event that Pokemon's doing? Because I don't know. So you tell me what the advert is, so you can get my raw reaction. Go ahead. What is it about, Raj? Is it to tell people go to Pokemon? She's got content.
I think it has to do with. I think it was advertising a Pro Bowl event that she was doing. I think for Fortnite, and I don't know. Was she doing
it charity?
No, it wasn't charity. I don't think. I think I don't know. It was. I don't know. I don't know the exact details of it. I think it had to do. If somebody knows better than me, feel free to cut me off. I think it had to do.
No,
with,
but also we can't know the exact details of how this deal came to be and who was in charge of making these decisions. And if she just received
doesn't
an
make
email
any
saying,
sort of decisions on placement, guys. That's the whole point.
Right?
Just like Ninja
But
doesn't make any decisions on the placement. The only thing that they can say if they read the fine print is, no, I don't want to do this because this is going to run on smaller channels. And that's why I said, even from my own personal experience, I would probably still take the deal at that point.
Exactly. Like, do you really think that GGX or me or anybody else is going to turn that shit down? Hell no. Like, you really think if Twitch was like Saturday, the Rajj Royale podcast featuring Destiny, John Zhekra, Izzy, Canute, etc. I'm not turning that shit down. I'm taking it.
The only time we can actually get together and talk about this and potentially stop this practice from happening is if, as streamers, we were able to talk to one another and say, hey, this is probably a shitty practice, which I assume bigger streamers also agree with because they don't want to get the fucking flack at the very least. So we could just get together and decide, hey, you know what, advertisers, maybe don't run Twitch ads on other Twitch people's platforms when there's like a big thing happening, and maybe run it outside of the platform.
Unionize Twitch.
No, you know what? Run the fucking
I
ads.
agree
Run
with
the
you.
fucking ads. Go for it. Do it. But also highlight the small streamers. Also run an ad parallel to it on the same platform, highlighting the fact that there's like these big fucking
But they're
stars.
not
and there's
highlighting
also
like
you.
the Pokemon stream specifically, or in the Ninja stream specifically. They're highlighting the event that they're doing for them. That's the.
Nothing's gonna be fucking done about it. It's all gonna carry on. Nothing's gonna be changed. So we could gossip and talk like what Twitch should do. They ain't gonna change their fucking shit anytime soon. It's all about the money and people getting fucking paid. And then her going, oh, I don't know, guys. That's pretty much what we're gonna fucking look at here.
All right.
So
okay, so
I don't know.
Well, it's the end of the
we
round
can
here,
keep
guys.
talking about this, but I don't know if your chat is interested in the perils of Twitchers and Twitch streaming.
Destiny eats booty. Thank you for $1. Do you eat booty, Destiny?
Sure, why not?
Okay, great.
Men do.
All right, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. I'm done talking about it, but I don't blame her for doing that because I would do it. All right. But to be completely honest, like, do you really think anybody? Well, that's another question to ask. Do you think people actually lost viewers because of it? And
No.
And
No,
like
possible.
No way.
you know,
No.
and
It's definitely
if
brought
they
in
did,
more. It definitely
if they did lose viewers to something that was more entertaining, then what's the problem with it?
everybody already knows Pokemon. She's the biggest girl streamer on Twitch. She's got millions of followers on Instagram.
But not everybody
so
knows her.
No,
that's bullshit. Not everybody knows her because she gains new followers every day.
I'm with Gore here. Where's my Super Bowl ad? Put Izzy in the Super Bowl ad.
Okay, when you think about stuff like this, you have to think about it in terms of numbers. Okay, when somebody runs an ad, every single person doesn't go and watch it, but there will be some percentage of people that do it. Right? Advertisers, talk about these numbers all the time. You've got conversion percentages where if you show an ad to 10,000 people, you hope maybe 2 to 4% of people actually are converted into paying customers. So if you have 100 people that watch your stream and all of them see an ad for PokeStream, 50 people aren't going to go, but maybe 2 or 3 or 4 do, right? That's the problem that you run into.
Vote in the straw poll, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for who you want to keep on the Rajj Royale. Here we go.
Slicker, don't sit there quietly and make people feel bad for you. Talk, mate.
Well, listen.
Talk, mate. Because you're making people feel bad. I look like a cunt now. You've got at me. I've got at you. Now I look like a cunt. Everyone me. I'm getting death threats, Slicker, from your fan base. So I know what's going on here.
Yeah, no, I fucking love you, Gross. No matter what, I was still love you.
What fuck your fans hate you for?
Bro, I didn't. Izzy Bear, I don't fucking hate. But it seems like whenever I speak about something, whenever I speak about something, it turns out I'm homophobic. So I'm not allowed to say shit because you know what I mean. I'm on Twitch,
Slicker,
so I have to respect the TOS rules. You know what I mean?
Slicker,
it turns out I'm homophobic, so I'm not trying. I'm gonna try and be careful what I see.
Dude, the comments.
Hold on. Slicker, I'm not trying to down talk you personally or insult you when I say that. I am trying to literally point out that your logic, the things that you are saying are homophobic. You may not intend them that way, but they are, and learning that difference is how you actually try to fix problems with society.
You're still pointing at me as if I'm homophobic. It's not
the things you are saying are 100%.
You have said homophobic things.
I will not believe
you have said things.
Homophobic means I'm against gays. Am I against gays? No.
No, what it means is that the rhetoric you spread might unintentionally hurt gays, right?
Listen, homophobic means I'm against gays. Yes or no?
No one's saying that you're necessarily homophobic. The things you're saying are homophobic.
No, he said I'm homophobic. Destiny, shut up. And you were pointing at me before saying I'm homophobic. And then John Zhekra was saying I'm being biased because of my religion. No, mate.
Okay, let's clear it up. Izzy,
we're telling you that you're saying homophobic things. You have said things that sound homophobic to people who are listening.
Sound.
Because they are.
He said I'm being homophobic.
If you're saying homophobic things, you are being homophobic, whether you intend to be or you don't intend to be. It doesn't matter. You're actively justifying homophobic ideas, and therefore you are behaving in a homophobic manner.
Right. Listen, Slicker. Listen. What? Slicker, listen to me, mate. Right, what you're talking about, you've got to get people that call you homophobic. Like, let me say this. I think gold jewelry looks better on black people because it looks better just the way it is. People in the chat are going to think I'm racist. It's kind of this is what's happening here. I'm not being racist. Is that what you're trying to say? Am I with you? Do you see where I'm coming from? You're talking about
irrelevant. It's so irrelevant, bro.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm trying to say, I'm trying to make him see the fucking light. Like, people are going to get offended because you're saying. Why are you laughing for him, Fade? You're making me look fucking bad, V. You're making me look bad. Why are you laughing for?
I think gold jewelry looks better on black people, he says, without a trace of fucking irony in his voice.
What are you talking about? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do I look good in this? Do I?
You look fucking fresh to death. Yes, you look beautiful. Black people can look good in all sorts of different colors of jewelry. We're in 2019.
See, it's the exact reason. I'm not being racist. He thinks I'm being racist. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
All right,
because it's exactly what I'm talking about.
Slicker, you won the last round.
I'm being racist. I'm not.
You won the round. It's between Canute.
No, I think you're funny.
This is the end of the round, okay?
I'm not racist. Now, so it's Slicker now.
I didn't say you're racist. I said you were funny. It was what you said was funny.
It's time to eliminate somebody from the podcast, Slicker, and you are in the driver's seat. You are voting between Izzy and Canute. Izzy and Canute, Slicker.
The thing is, say if I kick Izzy out, people see me as a homophobic. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's so obvious.
Just kick me to save yourself.
Slicker,
Raj, I'm my mum's life. I'm not saying it. I'm not voting. Mum's life. I'm not voting. Don't say I'm voting. I'm not voting. Bro,
you're not voting? Why? Are you afraid that if you keep Izzy, people will think that you want to?
I'm not voting, Mum.
Why?
I'm not voting, Mum.
Why?
I'm not voting. I'm not voting.
Slicker, you can kick me and not be transphobic. We've disagreed this entire time.
You have a choice right now, and you can make the choice, and no one is going to judge you for it, man. You just
The
need
chat
to choose.
will. The fucking chat will.
Chat is spamming.
No matter what, I won't
They
vote.
have been for the last hour and a half. They're not gonna call you transphobic. They're gonna say, "Get that bitch out of here." Bye.
I'm gonna have to say,
Canute
listen.
just kick
Canute-
himself?
Fuck, man. Can we not?
Oh wow.
Destiny,
Yeah,
do you want to
wait,
decide?
No, Slicker,
Vox, make
you
him
have to
fucking do it,
decide,
Vox.
Slicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Canute,
right. Here we go.
Canute, listen, bro. You're no matter what, you are my dog. Mom's life. No
I'm
matter
at
what, you're my
work, so
dog.
it's fine.
Bro,
care.
you know what I mean.
You
It's
do that.
I can't believe even the Gachi base didn't even vote for Canute. But okay, yeah, I'd have to say Canute, man.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, Canute, thank you for coming. Would you like to shout out your channel?
Yes, it's Knut on Twitch.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Bye, Canute. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
I
Zhekra
say
wanted to
something?
say something. Hold on one second. Zhekra wanted to say something.
Okay, I wrote it down so I don't have to shout it to remember, right?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, okay, just don't whisper because it really distracts me, guys. Okay. Although I don't agree with Slicker's opinion because he is misinformed, he's not really into this political realm. I don't agree with his opinion, but however, what Izzy is doing is trying to crucify him for his opinion, which is the liberal mob. Listen, man, which is the liberal mob mentality of shutting down free speech and publicly assassinating someone's character.
Oh my god, I hate that
Liberal,
so much.
yo, let me
dude.
finish, bitch.
This is gonna
You're
be
literal
liberal.
fucking
Liberal,
cancer,
yo, let me
dude.
finish.
You are
Oh!
literal fucking cancer.
You're
dude.
terrified of this, man. Liberals
I'm
are
not terrified of you.
Rajj,
You
can I
fucking
talk?
idiot.
Talk this really quick.
Wow, Rajj, you are so
Hold on, guys. Guys,
quick,
let
really
John finish his statement. He's actually not yelling for once, please, for God's
That's true.
sake.
That's true.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let him
What an
talk for
embarrassing,
once.
disgusting human being you are. I'm not even fucking
Hassan,
memeing
let-
anymore,
Long
dude. Fuck
fucking
you.
round, boys.
Hassan.
Long
Fuck,
round.
fuck you, you dumb motherfucker.
Hold on, Hassan. Hold on, Hassan.
And also, fuck all of the idiots in the fucking chat, too.
Okay, hold on, Hassan. John, say
Stupid
again.
Motherfuckers.
Okay, I'll just repeat it so I don't have to yell, and because people take snippets of my yelling and make me look crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
wonder what
I know.
that's
You're
like.
not doing it for that anyway, dude.
Okay, can I go?
Yes, please.
Yep.
So I don't agree with Slicker's opinion, but Izzy and the left, like Hassan, are trying to crucify him for that opinion. They're trying to shut down free speech and publicly assassinate his character. Liberals right now are on a disgusting witch hunt of people who don't use the words that they like. That's real fascism. Suck my dick, bitch.
Let me just say something. Let me just say
I'm just gonna
something.
raise my hand and wait.
Let me
All
just
right.
say something.
No, Slicker.
Before
No,
anything
you're not going to
happens.
say anything. 1 second. Izzy, go ahead and respond.